It seems Mr. Smith and the rest of the agents are trying to pull Coach Prime into the matrix, and I understand why. It's your favorite coach back at it again, 10 toes down, about to tell you how it all went down. This is Tomorrow Leader Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you get all upcoming videos. For all my leaders out there, welcome back. You know the drill. You know the routine. If you haven't done so by now, make sure you hit that notification bell, like, comment, and share these videos. And don't forget, guys, you can follow us on social media. The links are listed down below in the description. And do Coach one huge favor. Tap in a friend or two and tell them to come on in. It's nothing but positive vibes over here. We're just having a good time talking about HBCU sports. So Coach gonna go ahead and tap on in this thing, because I know y'all like, wait a minute, Coach, agents, what you talking about, Coach? Hey, strap on in. Like I told you before, get your popcorn, get your soda, get your chips, get whatever it is you need, because we about to take a ride on this one right here. Because I got to give you this thing so you can understand exactly where I'm coming from. Jackson State won 14 division championships between 1958, when they first arrived in the SWAC conference, to 1999, when the SWAC decided they're going to change up how things were done as far as division champions and then having an overall SWAC champion. And you know what? Jackson State won 5 more championships after 1999, and they won 1 SWAC championship in 2007, where they beat Grambling State University. Now, the last time Jackson State won a division championship was in 2013. And after that 2013 season, Jackson State didn't have those glory days like they once were accustomed to having. The athletic department was trying to figure out which direction they were going to go with the football program. Well, you know, after those seasons went by, early in 2020, you know, like I said, there was a shift. That shift happened. And when that shift happened, like I said, you had professional players that had said enough was enough because of the unfair treatment to a lot of these student athletes and the backlash that many of these student athletes were receiving from these colleges and universities, especially after Breonna Taylor and George Floyd killings. There's a lot of folks that decided, hey, you know what? We need to start stepping up and investing back into our own. The word had got out during Deion Sanders' senior year that Coach Prime was considering applying for the Florida State head coaching vacancy, in which they decided to go with Mike Norvell, who was the ex-head coach of Memphis University, with a record of 38-15. You know, the rumbling's starting to get a little loud now, because you know what? Coach Norvell ain't doing all that great over there at FSU. September 20th, Coach Prime was introduced as Jackson State University's head football coach. You know, Coach Prime had to make his grand appearance the only way he know how to, and that's with flash and flair, leaving many of the sport pundits out there wondering and saying, hey, he only took this job because, you know, Florida State didn't want to hire him on because he didn't have the coaching experience. And he's going to jump for the next best thing as soon as it comes available. Oh, it's all about stroking his ego. I forgot about that one too. Yeah, I mean, guys, you guys said some pretty nasty, salacious things about this man as far as him choosing to come to JSU. During Coach Prime's introductory speech, he made it known that he believed, and we all should believe, and JSU, along with their fans and the new fans that have come into fold, have yet to look back. Having the #1 recruiting class in the FCS to getting the people of Jackson to believe. Jackson State is looking to get a new football stadium along with locker room. Not to mention, JSU is ranked in the top 20 of the FCS stat poll. So the news is out. Coach Prime and his team is making a difference. They're changing the culture. People are wanting to become a part of what JSU has to offer, not only on the field of play, but in the classroom as well. Because guess what? You're seeing all of the sports flourish. You're seeing the baseball team flourish. You're seeing the women's basketball team flourish. And now you're seeing JSU football team do just the same. And you know what? You see Coach Prime with the videos where he's talking to his players, telling them to get their schoolwork and make sure they treat women accordingly. Don't be out here doing nothing simple and stupid. I did use the word stupid. Simple and stupid that could get you in trouble, that can cost you a lifetime of problems. That's not what we're all about. And that's something else that people are taking a look at like, wait a minute, you're not hearing all of the chaos going on over with his players. Everybody is doing all of the things that they need to do. When people begin to see change, they want to find a way to divide and conquer. Think about it. JSU got 5 brand new uniforms. Players are suited and booted from head to toe to go to away and home games. I mean, you got new facilities being built. You got donations coming from major sponsors. You got alumni having no problems at all with cutting that check to make sure they go ahead and give back to the college, give back to the university to make sure that they're able to continue to keep doing all of the things that they want to make JSU a better place for everyone to want to come be a part of. Wait, I didn't even merchandise, and you know the merchandise is through the roof. Last one is he knows how to talk to those student athletes that come from what he overcame from when he was in their shoes looking to get recruited by these college coaches. And the list goes on and on. Not to mention, the players want to be there. When JSU went 3-3 this past spring, coach, I can't give you that fourth win because simple fact is that game wasn't played, and I don't believe in giving away participation trophies. That is a participation win right there. You guys just touched the field for that one, so I'm not going to give you that win. So forgive me for that, JSU fans. I know you're probably going to be upset. Dang, coach, here you go again. No, I'm just saying we're not going to do that, but just stick with me, all right? Prime made the statement heard around the SWAC, and that was, if you don't catch me now, you won't catch me. Well, Coach Prime got caught by several in the spring. He got caught by Alabama A&M, who Coach Maynard made sure he knew off the rip. Hey, we gonna catch you again. You got caught by Coach Hill Ely. He didn't say much, but you know, it was what it was. And you got caught by Coach Odoms. Coach Odoms, he went off into that silent night, decided he's gonna go over to the MEAC and represent for Norfolk State University. As of right now, in this fall season, it seems that Coach Prime and his coaching staff has held true to far as making sure that no one has been able to catch them thus far during the season. I'm sure Coach Prime is being tapped on the shoulder by many agents from within the halls of JSU as well as outside the doors of JSU, either want him to leave the program now or wanting him to come to another program. And I know many of y'all talk about, man, coach, who you talking about? Man, y'all so nosy. Touch y'all nose. Y'all off the chain, man. Y'all need to be, y'all should be ashamed of yourself asking that question. But y'all know how, you get what I'm saying though, how how things get to echoing around about, hey, Coach Prime, you'd be better over here, or hey, Coach Prime, if you should get away from that because they're not going to allow you to do that. You know how folks like to get to talking in your ear, trying to get you to second guess the decision that you made. And I'm sure Coach Prime, I'm almost for certain Coach Prime wouldn't be as far as he is right now had he sat back and listened to somebody else with the rah-rah talk in his ear that's making him second guess what it is he's looking at. Salivating at the mouth for Coach Prime services. You got sport pundits out here talking about, man, I wonder how many of these FBS schools is going to overlook Coach Prime with these open coaching vacancies. You got Reggie Bush hollering about, hey, Coach Prime would be a great candidate for USC. Well, wait a minute. Coach Prime tried to go to FSU and you didn't want him because he didn't have the coaching experience. But he chose JSU. So guess what, guys? Y'all need to understand. He's with JSU. Leave him be. I understand how the game goes. People are going to always try to tug and pull at you to get you to look at that next best thing. It's like a sports car. You sit there and say, man, I drove the sports car around for a little while. You know what? It handles pretty cool. But you know what? The back end, when I hit that curve going about 85, 90 miles an hour, that curve that back end starts to come from up underneath me. So I need something that's going to be a little bit more sturdy. But guess what? Right now, JSU is what's sturdy because many of these colleges and universities, they don't quite understand what's going on. And they see that what Coach Prime and his coaching staff has been able to do, along with many others that are working along with them in the trenches to uplift and build these HBCU programs into what many would say powerhouse. Yes, they're trying to build these programs up so that the student athletes that are coming out of high schools, they will now take a further look at going to an HBCU school instead of a PWI or Power 5 school. Why? Because what sense does it make for you to go to either one of those schools and they want to put you on the bench? I mean, I give you a prime example. We have players right now that have left from HBCU schools that were recruited by HBCU schools, went to these PWIs and these Power 5 schools, and guess what? The thing is, the athletes are here. We just need to get the people to come in here and train up and coach these athletes for the world to see what's going on. We need to build that up and get that moving. And then guess what? Then you're going to have the masses coming. But like I've said before, we're stuck in a society where everybody wants right now. They want that microwave right now. It's got to be instantaneous. They want it right now. And Coach Prime and his team, they're building now for us to see the fruits of the labor later. Give it a little time. Give it a little time. I won't say Coach Prime will be a lifer at coaching at the HBCU level. I will say I'm dang proud of the work that Coach Prime and those that are working along with side by side and hand in hand trying to make change. I hate it came at the loss of so many individuals that look like myself and many of you that it took for that to happen for everyone to finally understand. You got to stand up and make a change. But I just wish everybody let Coach breathe, let him let him get his feet up underneath him. I'm sure he don't need me to come. He don't need me to carry his daggone Gatorade bottle or his cooler with his Pepsi in it for for everybody to understand what's going on. I just found it amusing at the fact that here you have all of these people all of a sudden that want to speak up and say, hey, wouldn't it be bad? Wouldn't it be terrible if Coach Prime was overlooked for an FBS position? I'm like, guys, he tried to get that already. You didn't want to allow him into your fraternity of retreading coaches into programs that somebody's friend of a friend that knew say, hey, come on in. But I'm like, come on, guys. He had a plan. No one wanted to see the plan, but JSU did. Coach Prime is really putting it out there to make sure that the goal line is the goal line, and we're not going to continue to keep moving the goal line all over the place to keep these HBCU student athletes from reaching their ultimate goal, which is going to an HBCU and making next level to continue to keep playing professional sports. Agents are busy, and they're trying to lure Coach Prime away to get him caught up in the matrix. But until next time, if you like the content, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can get all upcoming videos. And not to mention, guys, you can follow us on social media. The links are listed down below in the description. And remember, be the one and lead.